Next, we have Ms. Mariam Bakir. She is the co-founder of Women on Board and is an organization striving to make adversity performance an integral part of component business performance. Now that everyone's here, sir, can you please strike the gong and start the ceremony?
Board member of Pakistan Stock Exchange to please come on stage and say a few words.
मैं समझता हूँ कि जो किरदार स्टॉक एक्सचेंज ने अदा किया है इस ख़वातीन की फील्ड के अंदर वो कमेंडेबल भी है और हमने हर तरीके से ये ख्याल रखा है कि एक इक्वालिटी भी मेंटेन करें। हमारे पास बोर्ड पर भी जो है वो ख़वातीन मेंबर्स हैं, हमारी टॉप मैनेजमेंट में भी ख़वातीन मेंबर्स हैं एंड वी फील प्राउड in bringing up a safer environment for women over here at stock exchange. यहाँ पर तमाम किस्म की फैसिलिटीज़ दी जाती हैं और मैं समझता हूँ कि अगर हम इस मुल्क की बात करें तो इस मुल्क के अंदर भी जो है वो आज ख़वातीन की एक बड़ी रिप्रेजेंटेशन नेशनल असम्बली में मौजूद है, सेनेट में मौजूद है, प्रोविंशियल असम्बलीज़ में मौजूद है और मैं समझता हूँ कि ख़वातीन का किरदार जो है वो इस पूरे मुल्क में एक बहुत नुमाया है। आप आज मुल्क के टॉप सीट्स पे भी देख लें, पंजाब की चीफ मिनिस्टरशिप को देख लें, बाकी जगहों पे भी देख लें तो मैं समझता हूँ कि हमें ये एहसास होगा कि ख़वातीन की ना कोई हक तलफी होती है, न ज़्यादती की बात की जाती है, बल्कि इनफैक्ट ख़वातीन से डरा जाता है कि खुदा न खास्ता जो है वो कहीं गलती ना हो जाए और हम जो है वो किसी जो उसमें ना आ जाएं। एनीवे, ज़ाहिर है वजूद ज़िन से है कायनात में रंग, इसी के साथ से है ज़िंदगी का सोज़ दरो। तो मैं समझता हूँ कि अब आपका काम ये है कि जहाँ इतनी एम्पावरमेंट दी गई है तो ख़वातीन को हर फील्ड में जो है वो आगे आना चाहिए। कोई क़ैद नहीं है, कोई पाबंदी नहीं है और स्टॉक एक्सचेंज एक ऐसा इदारा है कि जहाँ हम ख़वातीन को जो है वो प्रमोट भी करते हैं और कोशिश करते हैं कि कहीं भी जो है खुदा न खास्ता कोई ऐसी बात ना हो जाए। और आई थिंक जो सबसे इम्पॉर्टेंट बात हमें यहाँ डिस्कस करनी चाहिए वो ख़वातीन का जो इस्तेसाल खुदा न खास्ता घरों में होता है, वर्क प्लेस पे होता है, सेक्शुअल हैरेसमेंट की बात की जाती है, तो हम इसके बचने के तरीके भी देखें और उसकी अवॉइडेंस की भी बात करें और हक़ के लिए अपनी आवाज़ बुलंद करें कि जहाँ किसी भी इदारे में अगर ख़वातीन अपने हक़ के लिए आवाज़ बुलंद करती हैं तो आई थिंक कि जो मैनेजमेंट है दैट कम्स forefront to address their issues। तो आज इस ख़वातीन के आलमी दिन पे मैं आप सबको मुबारकबाद पेश करता हूँ स्टॉक एक्सचेंज के बिहाफ पे और उम्मीद करता हूँ कि जो ड्यू रोल आप हमारी इकनॉमी में अदा करते आए हैं इंशाल्लाह आगे भी उसको अदा करते रहेंगे और हम सब मिलकर इस मुल्क को बनाएंगे कि जहाँ बहुत सारे इकनॉमिक मसाइल दरपेश हैं वहाँ हम समझते हैं कि हम अपने मुल्क की तरक्की के लिए तमाम जेंडर्स को जो है वो मिलकर काम करना है। यही मिलकर काम करना जो है वो हम आगे इस मुल्क को तरक्की की राह पे ले जाएगा। जो इकनॉमिक हालात हैं, जो पॉलिटिकल हालात हैं, इससे क़तई नज़र हम अपना काम, अपना एक ड्यू रोल जो है इकनॉमी में हमेशा इंशाल्लाह मिलकर अदा करते रहेंगे और आगे बढ़ते रहेंगे। आखिर में मैं स्टॉक एक्सचेंज के बिहाफ पे आप तमाम लोगों को एक बार फिर यहाँ आमद पे शुक्रिया अदा करता हूँ और इंशाल्लाह उम्मीद करता हूँ कि अगले आने वाले सालों में भी आप हमारे साथ रहेंगे। बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया।
I invite Mr. Mohsin Ali Chaudhry, Senior Corporate Governance Officer at IFC Pakistan, to please come on stage and share his perspective with us.
Ladies and gentlemen, I represent IFC, a member of the World Bank Group and the largest global development institution focused exclusively on the private sector. Today, I stand before you to discuss a topic of the utmost importance, which is how can we advance gender equality through environmental, social, and governance disclosures in capital markets. Gender equality is not just a moral imperative, it is also an economic necessity. By harnessing the power of ESG disclosures, we can drive positive change and create a more inclusive and equitable society. ESG refers to the three key factors that measure the sustainability and ethical impact of an investment in a company or business. Environmental factors assess a company's impact on the planet. Social factors evaluate its treatment of employees, customers, and communities abroad. And governance factors examine the company's leadership, ethics, and transparency. It is important to stress that gender equality is not just a women's issue, it is a societal issue that affects us all. Research consistently shows that diverse teams and inclusive workspaces lead to better decision-making, increased innovation, and improved financial performance. Companies that provide gender balance have produced better returns on equity, returns on total assets, price to earnings ratios, net internal rate of return, and valuations in public and private capital markets. One way to advance gender equality is through increased transparency and accountability. ESG disclosures provide a platform for companies to report on their gender diversity initiatives, policies, and progress. By making this information publicly available, companies can be held accountable for their actions, and investors can make informed decisions based on companies' commitment to gender equality. Ring the bell for gender equality events once again highlight the importance of gender equality for economic development and growth. Advancing gender equality through ESG disclosures in capital markets is not just a lofty ideal, it is a practical and achievable goal. By promoting transparency, accountability, and positive change, we can create a future where women have equal opportunities, where diversity is celebrated, and where everyone can thrive. Let us seize this opportunity to build a more inclusive and equitable society for all. Thank you all.
Accelerate progress. I invite Mr. Samuel Rizk to please come on stage and share his thoughts with us.
International Women's Day calls upon nations and governments to invest in women and accelerate progress. So today, we join the United Nations Secretary General in recalling that socioeconomic and financial investments in women are not only a fundamental human right, but also a strategic economic opportunity requiring gender-responsive financing. Pakistan has made important achievements to increase gender equality, but, as we all know, women still continue to be faced with challenges rather than opportunities that the socioeconomic progress in Pakistan has brought about. In Pakistan, as in many places around the world, this means that women are often deprived of equal access to basic services such as health, education, and financing, and continue to face significant challenges with regard to legal empowerment, political participation, and influence on decision-making. A recent report by the World Bank underscores the absence of workplace equality for women globally. In South Asia, Pakistan exhibits notably low levels of women's participation in the workforce, as low as 22%. The World's Economic Forum 2023 Gender Gap Report ranks Pakistan, sadly, 142 out of 146 countries, highlighting significant gaps in women's leadership in corporate issues, government, and entrepreneurial sectors, along with disparities in internet and mobile phone access. Last year, UNDP and the National Commission for NCSW, National Commission on the Status of Women, we produced a path-breaking report scoping and assessing the state of gender and digitalization in Pakistan, and as you might imagine, the results weren't actually stellar in many cases. There is a significant lack of gender equality in Pakistan, not only as an obstacle, and it is an obstacle to achieving sustainable development goal and a more just, equal society, but it also offers a significant lost opportunity for the economy. So according to some international estimates, Pakistan's GDP could gain $251 billion by 2025 if women's economic participation is made equal to men. Advance Pakistan's development in a smart, sustainable, and effective way, and to achieve a dignified and prosperous economic environment for all. So I'm quite confident that together we will pave the way for a gender-inclusive Pakistan and an opportunity where women can thrive, not only on Women's Day, but every day. One last thing, if the organizers can indulge me for 1 second, it's not possible for me to come to a gong ringing ceremony without actually ringing the gong. So if they will give me 2 seconds, I will do that, take a picture, and then on to the next speaker. Congratulations on a wonderful day to the Pakistan Stock Exchange.
To talk about that, I would like to invite Ms. Sarwat Ehsan from CFA Society, Pakistan. Assalamu alaikum and good morning. CFA Society is a not-for-profit association of charter holders who have completed the CFA program, and we are a member body of CFA Institute, which is a global not-for-profit organization of investment and management professionals and administers the Chartered Financial Analyst program. So globally, there are 190,000 charter holders across the world in 160 jurisdictions. And of those, globally, they're 20% women, and in Pakistan, they range from 12 to 15%. So this year's theme, Invest in Women and Accelerate Progress, resonates deeply with our vision and mission. And in line with that vision and mission, CF Institute and CFA Society have collaborated to offer scholarships for their data science and investment management course, for private market and alternate investments course, and for the investment foundation certificate. CFA Institute, this is the 60th year that they are conducting the CFA program exam, and they've also offered a scholarship for the CFA program as well, in line with the theme, Invest in Women. There are many other initiatives that we are taking here in Pakistan, like CF Institute offers the scholarships, which are for faculty, regulator, need-based scholarships. So beyond all of that, we also offer scholarships for women. So I hope that you all will be our ambassadors to encourage women to apply for those scholarships, because they deeply, the investment in women deeply resonates with how we want to grow. Also, CF Institute has developed a diversity, equity, and inclusion code, and this code is being transformed according to the different cultures globally, because in 160 jurisdictions, I mean, there are various ways of doing things. So we are also in that process of adopting and implementing that. CFA Society itself has a separate reserved seat for women, and we also hold generally in our flagship annual Excellence Award program, we offer gender diversity awards to organizations. So my message here today is that we want to, we stand with the idea of progress comes through education, and we are here to provide whatever support that we can through CF Institute's resources and through our resources at CFA Society Pakistan, and together we are stronger. Thank you so much. I invite Mr. Anwar Qureshi, Operations Manager, UN Women Pakistan, to please come on stage and say a few words.
Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum and a very good morning. It is my pleasure to represent UN Women on this year's Ring the Bell event. The theme for International Women's Day this year is Invest in Women, Accelerate Progress. Worldwide, more than 100 exchanges have partnered with UN Women to celebrate International Women's Day. Achieving gender equality by 2030 is challenged by lack of financing, with a staggering $360 billion annual deficit in spending on gender equality initiatives. Intentionally, we need to invest in UN Women globally. Investing in women will unlock market opportunity estimated at $12 trillion globally by 2030 through products and services that address women's needs and preferences. We encourage investments with the intention to generate positive, measurable impact on the well-being of women, girls, and broader communities, alongside financial returns. Every asset class can contribute to advancing gender equality. Ring the Bell for Gender Equality campaign represents an opportunity to raise awareness for gender equality in the private sector, particularly in relation to women's empowerment principles, UN Women's work in relation to the broader economy, financial and labor market, and sustainable development. With your incredibly influential role in setting the bar for your listed companies to contribute to the gender equality agenda, US Stock Exchange can, number one, invite your listed companies to make a public commitment to the women's empowerment principles. Number two, promote gender equality listing criteria for gender data disclosure. Number three, develop new sustainability-linked products with gender criteria like gender bonds that can help advance gender equality. Number four, promote women's access to finance, encourage them to invest in public markets and engage in non-traditional spheres. Number five, lead by example on issues such as women's leadership, equal pay, and policies against sexual harassment. Number six, move from short-term budgeting to long-term financing for sustainable gender equality results. It is time to bring finance and investments to gender equality and gender equality to finance and investing alongside innovation. UN Women remains your ally in your quest for gender equality. We look forward to leveraging our partnership and working together with Pakistan Stock Exchange and its partners to enable a greater flow and listing of gender products in the forthcoming months and years. Thank you very much and happy Women's Day.
Of various partners who have actually made this happen today. Last, I would like to invite Mr. Nadeem Naqvi.
It is a great honor for me to be here at today's Women's Day. And it is very personal for me. Personal because I see here in front of me, in my 20 years of capital market experience in Pakistan, youngsters who have become leaders. I see Tara, she's just incredible. She started off young as a trainee, and then she's got her own company going. I've seen several others, some of them have left now, who started off as trainee with me in KASB, in BMA, in AKD Securities, and they have now all reached positions which are incredibly, incredibly heartening. So for me, it's a very personal thing. The other thing I just wanted to highlight to you, as we are celebrating the women's achievement, I think I have a message for men also. And the message for men is that you have to start learning to be partners, not senior partners, but equal partners. I think it is very important that as the younger generation goes up the ladder, they become more busy, they have more time to spend on their work, and someone has to take the slack at home. I think it's very, very critical that men realize that they have an equal duty in bringing up of the children, in doing their homework sometimes, in maybe washing dishes, and helping out where they can. Because it is now a time in society that is irreversible. I think equal gender policies at the corporate level are wonderful, but we have to transfer the value systems which are changing to our children. It is for their future, and men have to play a much greater role. And I tell you by my own experience, it is a joy to see your young ones and try to do homework with them. Absolutely. Okay, so thank you so much. And once again, I really thank you from the bottom of my heart to be here to join us in the celebrations.